What's going on, guys? It's Joshua, my man, and I'm back again with another video. And today I will be describing possibly what my high school career was like for me. Now, when I was in... Now, before I really get into the video, I gotta give a little bit of backstory. When I was in middle school, I was really a troublemaker. I did, bad things. I got suspended all the time, cursed the teachers, I fought students, everything like that. I was always in trouble, basically. And I would always try to be sick from school, quote unquote. I'd, try to skip. I wouldn't really want to go to school. I was not into it. And, at the time I was taking a band class. It wasn't really a band class. I was in the lower of the band classes where we didn't really do anything. We didn't really play anything. We just sort of acknowledged that we were in band. So with that, I sort of just did whatever and barely passed middle school. Went into high school, they signed me up for all the regular classes, easy classes, freshman year, just to get me started, everything like that. And basically, I had an easy freshman year. I signed up for everything like that. But before it started, my sister took me to the open house to make sure everything was okay with my classes and stuff like that. And in the middle of signing up for it, the band director at the high school who taught my sister Ashley, kind of taught my sister Lizzie some band, but not too much. He was like, hey, you thinking of doing marching and stuff? I've seen you could use some improvement, stuff like that. You have discipline issues, you should join band. I think that'll help. Like, dude, what do you mean? Band's gonna help my discipline issues? That really doesn't make sense. But anyway, signed up for it. So before even high school began, we had band, which is about 3 weeks where we just focus on nothing but band. It depends. I've had a 3-week band camp and I've had a 1-week band camp. We don't really get a lot done in 1 week, but we usually make it work. And so we had about 3 weeks where I met all these high schoolers, bunch of seniors, couple juniors, couple sophomores, and, my freshman class, of course. Met them, talked to them, just got to know them and got to do something that I actually liked. I didn't like it anymore. Like I said, I was in the way band class, we didn't do anything. And it seemed like with this high school band, we were all doing the same thing. We all wanted the same thing to, be in a large group that was successful. And that's what it was. We all came together to ignite this dream that we had, to be better than what they determined we were. And so that was really freshman year, is that I got to know a lot of people. I didn't get suspended at all that year. That surprised me because, I came from middle school. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna get in trouble and stuff. I got in a couple issues, but it wasn't anything where I would get suspended or I would get offended. I never won place because of the topics throughout high school. Never won. Which was astonishing to me because there were certain times I could have, and there were, times where I thought I was getting decent, but it was different. So that was my freshman year. I got really introduced to high school. Didn't fail any classes, didn't even come close, really made all A's and B's, did pretty well if I do say some mistakes. Best out of all my regular school. And then sophomore year came along, I had signed up for honors, world history, Spanish, and then all regular other classes, including basic music theory, and I was then put into the symphonic band class. And basically, our band director at the time had been pushing us and stuff. We had a new show, everything going for us like that. Music theory was beyond difficult. I wasn't even in the AP class. I just didn't understand what music theory was. And so that was going on. I didn't understand anything we were doing in Spanish. First semester, I'm failing, I think 4 classes by the end of first semester. And so second semester, I said, alright, I've got to bring something up. I can't be sitting here failing classes and being disappointed and everything like that. So I had all that stress on me, and I said, okay, so I can fail 1 class, and it's got to be a class that I can afford to fail. So I'm listening there, I'm looking at what classes I can manage if I were to fail. Like, either I'd retake them or I'd just wouldn't need them in high school. So right then, my only option was Spanish. That would be my only backup if I needed to relax in a class. And I ended up making it Spanish. First semester, I made a 65. Second semester, I could have made a 75 in pass, but I had to focus on my other classes. Otherwise, I wasn't going to graduate at all. So I focused on my other classes, and I made a 37 second semester, and I ended up rounding to 51, which is amazing. Like, when I say amazing, I don't mean like great. I mean like it's amazing how you can see grade rise. Like if you would see a grade rise, you know that feeling of momentum you get when it rises and stuff. I had that same feeling watching the grade drop, and it's so weird because you shouldn't be feeling great below the class, but I mean like I was getting my other grades up at the same time. It was all this adrenaline pumping through me. And around this time, we found out our band director was leaving. He didn't want to keep high school anymore, so we ended up leaving and going to Rockmount Middle School. So we found out we're getting a new band director, which was good and bad in its own time. Because with our old band director, we had a very steady program, a very traditional program, but we weren't getting anywhere, if you understand what I'm saying. We were doing great shows, but they just weren't paying off, and so we had a new band director. He decided we would do this totally different show, something we've never done before. It was a Latin jazz show, and it was totally different in its own aspect from what we traditionally do. And we actually excelled with it. We pushed with it, and with my junior year, I made all A's in 1 2. I did fairly well on all my exams, everything like that, and it was actually a decent year for me. I did not hate it. I had a solo in my marching band. I got off the district honor band and did reasonably good. And then within our own trombone section, I got first chair, which traditionally I always sat last chair just because I didn't like challenging people for a specific spot because I was always, you have fear of rejection. So I fail, and then, people be like, oh, that's why you got fail, that's why you're not good at this, and stuff like that. I always feared stuff like that. I didn't want to not be that good person. But, junior year we had to. We got a new director. He said, hey, we're going to audition for chair. So I went in, I auditioned. I got first chair. I didn't even think I was that good. And then, junior year we did, for the first time ever, we got all ones at our, what is it called? Our festival where we have to perform and get rated and stuff. We got all ones. 1 being superior, basically 5 being go home and don't ever play again. So we got all ones. Normally we get 2s, and then sometimes we would get like a 3. But that was junior year. I did, like I said, really decent in school. Everything else was senior year comes up, and I've been sliding by all through school without any AP classes. Took 1 honors class. So my senior year, I said, you know what, let's step it up a little bit. Senior year, we can do better. So senior year, I signed up for AP Lang, which is our AP Senior Literature class. AP Statistics, which is our AP Senior Math class. Honors Economics. I was going to take AP, but our economics teacher that he liked, like everybody in school, only taught honors. He didn't teach AP simply because he didn't like going through all that process. So he said he could have taught it, but seniors are already trying to graduate. He doesn't want to spend time teaching seniors all this and getting ready for finals and everything like that. So, he just did what he did. And then I took regular science, like the easiest science you could take. I ended up almost failing my AP Stat class. I had like a dead 70. And then we get 10 extra points at the end of the year, but I had a dead 70. If you didn't pass the class, you wouldn't get the extra points, something like that. So I had that to worry about along with that. And then my AP one class, I passed. I did decent, not too horrible. My honors econ class, I made an A, it was easy, and then my science class, I made an A. And in my senior year, March year, I really did enjoy the people. I enjoyed it. I was a section leader that year. I enjoyed being in charge, you know, everybody enjoys that. You know, that one little feeling of, I don't want to say having control, but, you know, being a part of something. Yeah. And I did enjoy that. I enjoyed auditions for District Honor Band and District Jazz Band. But I actually made District Jazz Band not knowing pretty much any of my scales, but I didn't make District Honor Band, and I knew all of them. So, and then senior year, I ended up graduating. I walked. I enjoyed it all. We had a nice year marching. Everything was better. And I don't know, if I were to rate my high school experience, I would say those are probably the best 4 years of my life, just considering where I came from middle school up until high school. Well, if you like the video and you want to comment, you want to let me know your opinion, anything like that, please do it. Subscribe. Peace.